Have you ever posted a job opening, gotten really hopeful, and then just crickets? Or maybe worse, a flood of applications that are just not the right fit at all? If you're out there struggling to get the attention of top-tier talent, let's break down why they're probably ignoring you, and more importantly, how we're going to fix it. It's a super common frustration. You know the talent is out there, but for some reason, your message just isn't landing. And the truth is, the top performers that you really want to hire, they're on a completely different wavelength. If your approach isn't tuned into that, you're pretty much invisible to them. So let's get really specific about who we're talking about here, the A players. These aren't just people looking for a job. They are the top performers, the innovators, the people who are going to drive real growth. Understanding their mindset is the absolute first step to getting them on your team. This right here, this is the core truth you have to internalize. Top talent isn't sitting around desperately scrolling job boards. Why would they? They are already successful and valued exactly where they are. They are not looking for an escape. They need a compelling, almost magnetic reason to even consider making a move. And what that means is that a passive strategy, just posting a job and waiting, is a losing game when it comes to A players. You have to actively hunt. You have to persuade. You have to sell them on an opportunity that's genuinely better than the great one they already have. And that changes everything. So let's start with the very first place you're likely losing them, the job post itself. Yeah, the very document that's supposed to attract talent is often the thing that pushes them away the fastest. It's not just ineffective, it can be an active repellent for high performers. Does any of this look a little familiar? All that vague corporate speak, these endless wish lists of qualifications, and a tone that just screams, "Here is what you are going to do for us." An A player reads this, and what they see is a bureaucratic, totally uninspiring place to work. They see a list of chores, not a mission, and they click away in seconds. Just look at the difference here. The before is so passive. It's just a list of tasks. Snooze. The after is active. It's about impact. It's about ownership. Which one sounds more exciting to you? Which one speaks to someone who actually wants to make a difference? The answer is pretty obvious, right? So how do we actually fix this? Well, we stop writing job descriptions and we start writing advertisements. We have to transform that boring list of duties into a compelling pitch that grabs the attention of someone who isn't even looking for a job. Here's a really simple but powerful framework. First, you have to hook them with the mission. What's the exciting problem they're going to solve? Second, talk about the results they'll get to create, the outcomes. And third, please just write like a human being. Lose the corporate buzzwords and speak directly and clearly. Seriously, if you only take one piece of tactical advice away from this, make it this one. Read your job post out loud. Does it sound robotic, totally uninspiring? Because if you can't even get excited about it, how in the world do you expect a top performer to? It's a simple, foolproof test. Okay, so you've done it. You've written a killer job post and you've actually got an A player's attention. Fantastic. But don't celebrate just yet. The next huge hurdle is your application and interview process, and this is where so many companies completely drop the ball. 5 minutes. That should be the absolute maximum amount of time it takes to fill out your initial application. If you were asking a top candidate, who, remember, is not desperate, to spend half an hour filling out redundant forms, you are actively signaling that you do not respect their time, period. These right here are the red flags that make A players run for the hills. A long, drawn-out process with tons of repetitive interviews sends a really clear signal this company is inefficient and probably bureaucratic. They will ghost you and just stay right where they are. And let's not forget, the very best candidates might not ever see your job post. They often come from active outreach. You absolutely need a strategy for finding them where they are, through referrals, through networking, and through direct, personalized messages that show you've actually done your homework on them. So all of this really builds to the most crucial point. All of these tactics, the compelling job post, the streamlined process, the active outreach, they are all rooted in one fundamental shift in your perspective. This is the key that unlocks absolutely everything. This comparison really says it all. The old way is a company-centric view. It's a list of demands. The new way is candidate-centric. It focuses on the opportunity, on the growth, and the impact they can have. This one single shift from our needs to your future is a total game changer. So, the big takeaway here is to reframe the entire activity. You're not performing some administrative HR function, you are marketing a career defining opportunity. Honestly, maybe your marketing team should be writing your job posts. It's a pitch, and you have to start treating it like one. And this really brings it all home. Your needs are your problem. What an A player wants to know is, what's the mission? What's the mountain that we're going to climb together? How is this role going to challenge me and let me make a real impact? That's the story you need to tell. So I'll just leave you with this one question. Go look at your last job posting. I mean it. Read it through the eyes of a top performer who is already happy and successful in their job. Is it a compelling advertisement for an incredible opportunity, or is it an unintentional warning sign of a boring, bureaucratic workplace? The answer to that will tell you everything you need to know.